Here, on the westernmost edge of the Scandinavian peninsula, lies a realm of profound and ancient beauty, a land sculpted over millennia by ice and shaped by the fiery spirit of its people. This is Norway, a name that resonates with tales of seafaring warriors and mythical creatures. Our journey will take us from vibrant cities to remote wildernesses, exploring breathtaking landscapes. We begin our exploration by weaving a narrative through the heart of this nation. The locations we visit are thematically grouped, creating a story that flows like rivers to the sea. We will move from human culture centers to untamed fjords and Arctic frontiers. This approach allows us to appreciate the connections between Norway's past and present. This is a story of contrasts. Sunlit summer nights and long dark winters illuminated by the aurora borealis. It is a tale of tranquil fjords and the raw power of the North Atlantic. We will witness how a nation has thrived in this challenging environment. It is a relationship built on respect, ingenuity, and wonder. Join us on this epic voyage. We will trace the footsteps of Vikings and uncover hidden villages. This is more than a tour. It is an immersion into the soul of Norway, a journey to understand how exploration, resilience, and beauty create one of the most captivating places on Earth. Our adventure into the heart of the North begins now. Oslo, Norway's capital, sits at the head of a majestic fjord where modern life and ancient Viking heritage blend seamlessly. Here, sleek architecture and vibrant streets echo a deep history. Viking longships preserved in Oslo remind us of a legacy of exploration and adventure. Oslo's spirit is a continuum, honoring its roots, always looking to the next horizon. Oslo is a vibrant canvas of culture, innovation, and green spaces. The Opera House rises from the fjord, inviting all to explore its rooftop. Vigeland Park and the Munch Museum showcase Oslo's creative spirit. Named European Green Capital, Oslo blends city life with nature. Here, urban energy and pristine forests exist in perfect harmony. Oslo is the perfect starting point for our journey through Norway. Leaving the capital behind, our journey takes us west, across the mountainous spine of Norway, to a city cradled between 7 mountains and the North Sea. This is Bergen, the country's second largest city and the historic gateway to the fjords. For centuries, this was Norway's capital and its most important trading port, a bustling nexus of commerce that linked the Norwegian coast with the wider European continent. Its character is indelibly shaped by this mercantile past and its intimate, often dramatic relationship with the sea and the weather that sweeps in from it, earning it the affectionate, if damp, title of the rainiest city in Europe. The heart and soul of Bergen is Bryggen, the old Hanseatic Wharf, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Here, a row of colourful, narrow wooden buildings leans companionably against one another, their gabled facades facing the harbour. These structures are a living monument to the Hanseatic League, the powerful German merchant guild that dominated trade here from the 14th to the 18th century, trading stockfish from the north for grain and goods from the south. To walk through the dark, narrow alleyways between these buildings is to step back in time, the scent of tarred wood and damp earth evoking a powerful sense of history. Despite numerous devastating fires throughout its history, Bryggen has been meticulously rebuilt time and again, always following the original patterns and using traditional methods. This resilience speaks volumes about the city's determination to preserve its unique heritage. The buildings, which once housed the offices and lodgings of German merchants, are now home to artisan workshops, galleries, and museums that tell the story of this fascinating period. It is a place that feels alive, not as a sterile museum piece, but as a vibrant, breathing part of the modern city, its historical significance palpable in every weathered plank and crooked doorway. The rain, so characteristic of Bergen, is not a deterrent, but an essential part of its atmosphere. It washes the cobblestone streets to a glossy sheen, deepens the colors of the wooden houses, and cloaks the surrounding mountains in a mysterious veil of mist. The people of Bergen have a pragmatic and almost cheerful acceptance of their wet climate, well equipped with umbrellas and raincoats. This constant presence of water falling from the sky and lapping at the harbor's edge reinforces the city's profound and unbreakable connection to the maritime world, a world that has defined its fortunes and shaped its very soul. Bergen pulses with vibrant energy. Cafes, music and festivals fill its streets, while students and locals create a youthful spirit. Surrounded by mountains and sea, Bergen is perfectly poised as the gateway to Norway's fjords. Its harbour launches journeys into dramatic landscapes, making Bergen the true custodian of the fjords. In the heart of Fjord Norway lies Fjord, a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a masterpiece of nature. Towering cliffs, deep blue waters and legendary waterfalls like the Seven Sisters create a landscape of awe and wonder. Here, nature's artistry and ancient power inspire reverence and a sense of timelessness. Perched on the steep fjord slopes, these abandoned farms, Skagflo, Knivsflo, Blomberg, tell a story of resilience. Families carved out a life on narrow ledges, tethering children for safety, harvesting hay on near vertical fields. Today, these silent homesteads stand as monuments to human determination and the enduring bond between people and this dramatic landscape. Fjord, the finely cut diamond of Norway, is a place of intense, concentrated beauty. Here, mountains press in, creating a breathtaking corridor just 250 meters wide, with peaks soaring above. The deep water mirrors the sky and cliffs, while waterfalls cascade down ancient rock faces. Every turn reveals new wonders in this ever-changing landscape. This narrow channel was once a vital artery for the Vikings. Its sheltered waters provided safe passage, connecting remote communities to the open sea. One can imagine their long ships gliding through this very passage, the cliffs towering above as ancient signposts. At the head of the fjord lies Gudvangen, once a bustling Viking market, now a gateway for modern explorers. The Fjord remains a living museum, echoing with the spirit of its Viking past. Rising dramatically from the turbulent waters of the Norwegian Sea, far above the Arctic Circle, lies an archipelago of impossible beauty, the Lofoten Islands. Here, jagged peaks like the teeth of some great sea dragon soar directly from the ocean, their granite faces sculpted by ancient glaciers and battered by millennia of Atlantic storms. It's a landscape of extremes, a place where serene turquoise bays and white sandy beaches lie nestled at the foot of menacing, saw-toothed mountains. This unlikely juxtaposition of idyllic shoreline and alpine grandeur creates a visual spectacle that is truly unique on our planet. Despite their extreme northern latitude, the Lofoten Islands experience a remarkable climatic anomaly. Warmed by the temperate currents of the Gulf Stream, the winters here are exceptionally mild for the Arctic. This climatic quirk has allowed life to flourish in what would otherwise be an inhospitable environment. It enables small, vibrant fishing villages to cling to the coastline, their colorful wooden houses, or råbøer, providing a cheerful contrast to the brooding majesty of the mountains that loom behind them. This is an Arctic paradise. a place where nature's rules seem to have been beautifully rewritten. The islands are a chain, a wall of mountains stretching some 175 kilometers into the sea, creating a sheltered coastline on their eastern flank. This is where human settlement has taken root. Villages with names like Rein, Hamnøy and Nusfjord are tucked into natural harbors, protected from the full fury of the open ocean. For centuries, life here has revolved around one thing: fish. The waters surrounding Lofoten are host to one of the world's largest cod migrations, an annual event that has been the lifeblood of this community for over 1,000 years, shaping its culture, its architecture, and its very identity. The light in Lofoten is a phenomenon in itself. In summer, the midnight sun casts a perpetual, ethereal glow over the landscape, bathing the peaks and fjords in soft golden light for 24 hours a day. Time seems to lose its meaning, and the world is alive with a strange and beautiful energy. Conversely, the long winter darkness provides the perfect canvas for nature's most spectacular light show, the Aurora Borealis. The northern lights dance across the sky in curtains of green, purple and pink, reflecting in the still waters of the fjords and illuminating the snow-covered peaks in an otherworldly display. From January to April, the seas around Lofoten transform. This is the time of the Lofotfisket, the great winter cod fishery. Millions of Arctic cod, known as skrei, journey from the Barents Sea to these specific waters to spawn. This predictable and abundant migration has been the economic and cultural cornerstone of the islands for more than a millennium. The Vikings were among the first to exploit this bounty on a commercial scale, air-drying the cod on large wooden racks to create turfisk, or stockfish, a protein-rich food that could be preserved for years and traded across Europe. The landscape itself becomes part of the process. All across the islands, massive wooden A-frame racks, known as hjell, are erected. After the catch, the cod are gutted, tied together in pairs by their tails, and hung on these racks to dry in the cold, crisp Arctic air. For months, the sight and smell of drying fish dominate the villages. This ancient method of preservation, using only the wind and sun, has remained virtually unchanged for centuries. The resulting stockfish is a delicacy, a product of this unique environment that has connected Lofoten to the wider world for generations. The råbur, the iconic red fishermen's cabins built on stilts over the water, are a direct result of this seasonal fishery. Originally, they were built to house the thousands of fishermen who would travel to Lofoten from all along the Norwegian coast for the fishing season. Their simple, functional design allowed for easy access to boats and the sea. Today, many of these cabins have been beautifully restored and are offered as accommodation for visitors, providing a direct, immersive link to the island's rich fishing heritage and a front-row seat to the stunning coastal scenery. This deep, enduring relationship with the sea has forged a unique culture. It's a culture of resilience, of patience, and of profound respect for the power of the ocean. The stories of Lofoten are stories of fishermen braving harsh winter storms, of communities bound together by a shared purpose and a shared risk. While tourism is now an important part of the economy, the rhythm of the cod fishery still beats at the heart of the islands. It is a living history, a tradition that continues to shape the lives of the people who call this dramatic and beautiful corner of the Arctic their home. Far above the Arctic Circle lies Tromsø, a city of extremes, where polar night gives way to the Aurora Borealis, painting the sky with vibrant light. Here, people thrive alongside nature, celebrating the return of the sun and living in harmony with the wild, breathtaking beauty of the north. As the Earth continues its celestial tilt, the season of darkness gives way to its opposite extreme, the midnight sun. For months, the sun refuses to set, circling the horizon in a perpetual golden twilight that bathes the landscape in an otherworldly glow. This endless daylight fundamentally alters the rhythm of life. The distinction between day and night dissolves, creating a surreal, dreamlike state for inhabitants and visitors alike. It is a time of incredible energy, as if nature itself is trying to make up for the long, dark winter, cramming a year's worth of life and growth into a few short, brilliant months. This constant light fuels an explosion of life. The surrounding fjords and the Barents Sea teem with activity. Whales, including the mighty humpback and the intelligent orca, patrol these nutrient-rich waters, their presence a sign of a healthy and vibrant marine ecosystem. They follow the vast shoals of herring, a critical link in the Arctic food chain, in a timeless cycle of predator and prey played out beneath the ever-present sun. For whale watchers, it is an unparalleled opportunity to witness these magnificent creatures in their natural habitat, their powerful forms breaking the surface of the placid, sunlit sea. On land, the tundra awakens from its frozen slumber. Hardy Arctic flora, which have spent the winter dormant beneath a blanket of snow, burst forth in a carpet of color. Mosses, lichens, and resilient wildflowers seize the opportunity of endless daylight to complete their life cycles with astonishing speed. Reindeer, the iconic herbivores of this landscape, migrate to these coastal pastures, their herds moving with an ancient wisdom, following the flush of new growth. This seasonal abundance is a lifeline, providing the sustenance needed to survive the harsh winter that will inevitably return. The people of Tromsø embrace this period of perpetual light with a unique fervor. Cafes spill out onto the streets at hours that would seem impossibilities elsewhere, and the surrounding mountains become a playground for hikers and climbers at all hours. The concept of a day trip is redefined when daylight is a constant. One can set off for a mountain summit at what would traditionally be midnight, reaching the peak to witness the sun hanging low over the horizon, casting long, dramatic shadows across the fjords. It is a profound experience, a deep immersion into the unique and powerful rhythms of the high Arctic. Svalbard, a remote Arctic wilderness where ice rules and life survives on a knife's edge. Here, polar bears roam the frozen sea, their fate tied to the vanishing ice. As glaciers retreat and sea ice melts, Svalbard stands on the front line of climate change, a fragile frontier transforming before our eyes. Despite the overwhelming presence of ice and rock, life finds a way to flourish in Svalbard, seizing the brief window of the Arctic summer. As the sea ice retreats, the coastline is revealed and the waters come alive. Millions of seabirds arrive to breed on the sheer cliffs, creating some of the largest bird colonies in the northern hemisphere. Auks, guillemots, and puffins crowd onto narrow ledges, their cacophonous calls echoing across the silent fjords. This seasonal gathering is a frantic rush to raise their young before the long winter returns, a testament to the powerful instinct to procreate. The tundra, too, undergoes a startling transformation. For a few short weeks, the barren ground is carpeted with a surprising diversity of miniature flora. Tiny, resilient flowers, such as the Svalbard poppy and the purple saxifrage, add splashes of vibrant color to the stark landscape. They grow low to the ground, hugging it for warmth and protection from the relentless wind. These plants support the archipelago's unique herbivore, the Svalbard reindeer, a smaller, stockier subspecies, perfectly adapted to the harsh conditions, its short legs and thick coat conserving precious body heat. Beneath the waves, the cold, oxygen-rich waters support a rich marine ecosystem. Walruses, with their formidable tusks and immense bulk, haul themselves out onto beaches in large, noisy groups, known as haul-outs. These social gatherings are vital for resting and conserving energy between foraging trips for clams and other mollusks on the seabed. The presence of these marine mammals, along with various species of seal, provides the crucial food source that sustains the apex predator of this realm, the polar bear, in a delicate and increasingly threatened balance. To explore Svalbard is to step back in time, to witness a world that is raw, untamed, and powerfully elemental. It is an experience that changes one's perspective, highlighting both the resilience of life and its profound vulnerability. The silence of the ice, broken only by the cry of a bird or the distant rumble of a calving glacier, speaks volumes. It tells a story of deep time, of immense natural forces, and of a fragile balance that is now being disrupted. Svalbard is more than just a place on a map. It is a barometer for the health of our planet. Journeying south along Norway's rugged coastline, we arrive in Stavanger, a city whose fortunes have long been tied to the sea. Its story is one of dramatic transformation, a narrative written in the shifting tides of commerce and resources. For centuries, this was a quiet harbour, its economy built on the humble herring. The silvery shoals that swarmed the nearby fjords provided the foundation for a thriving fishing and canning industry, and the city grew prosperous on this bounty from the North Sea. This legacy is beautifully preserved in its historic heart. Gamle Stavanger, or Old Stavanger, offers a remarkable glimpse into this past. Here, a collection of over 170 white-painted wooden houses dating from the 18th and 19th centuries lines a series of charming cobbled lanes. This is Northern Europe's best-preserved wooden house settlement, a living museum where residents still tend to colourful gardens and hang laundry in the sea-scented air. Walking these quiet streets feels like stepping back in time to an era of sailing ships and gas lamps, a world away from the city's modern identity. Each carefully maintained facade tells a story of the families who lived and worked by the sea. The harbour itself remains the vibrant core of the city, though its character has evolved. The old warehouses that once stored barrels of salted herring have been repurposed into stylish restaurants, cafes and galleries. Fishing boats and pleasure craft now bob alongside the modern vessels that service a new and far more lucrative industry. The Norwegian Petroleum Museum, with its striking architecture designed to resemble an offshore oil platform, stands as a bold testament to the resource that will completely redefine Stavanger's destiny, and indeed that of the entire nation in the latter half of the 20th century. This juxtaposition of old and new is the defining characteristic of Stavanger. It is a city that honors its heritage while embracing the future. The quiet, historic charm of its wooden houses exists in a dynamic relationship with the high-tech, globalized world of the energy sector. This balance gives the city a unique and compelling character. It is a place where one can contemplate the simple, sustainable rhythms of a fishing community in one moment and the immense, complex forces of the global energy economy in the next, all within a few steps of its bustling waterfront. While Stavanger's urban landscape tells a fascinating human story, its true significance for many lies in its location. The city serves as the principal gateway to some of Norway's most iconic and breathtaking natural formations. It is from here that adventurers and nature lovers begin their pilgrimage into the dramatic fjordlands of the Ryfylke region. The landscape that unfolds just beyond the city limits is one of staggering scale and primal beauty, a world carved by ice and time, where sheer cliffs plunge thousands of feet into deep, dark water. Chief among these natural wonders is the magnificent Fjord, a 42-kilometre-long fjord renowned for its raw, dramatic scenery. The fjord's name, meaning light fjord, is thought to derive from the lightly coloured granite of its sheer rock walls. Cruising through its waters is a humbling experience. The scale is almost incomprehensible, with vertical cliffs rising so high on either side that they seem to touch the sky. Waterfalls, fed by the high mountain plateaus, cascade down the rock faces, their spray creating fleeting rainbows in the sunlight. It is a journey into the very heart of Norway's geological soul. And it is from the heights above this fjord that one can access two of the country's most famous and photographed landmarks. One is Kjeragbolten, a massive boulder wedged impossibly in a mountain crevice suspended nearly 1,000 meters above the fjord below. The other, and perhaps the more famous, is Preikestolen, the pulpit rock. This immense, flat-topped cliff provides a natural viewing platform of unparalleled grandeur, offering a panoramic vista that has become a symbol of Norway itself. The allure of these places draws thousands of hikers each year. Stavanger, therefore, plays a crucial dual role. It is a city rich in its own history and culture, a center of both heritage and modern industry, but it is also a threshold, a place of transition between the human world and the wild. It is the starting point for journeys that are both physical and spiritual, leading people out of the structured environment of the city and into the sublime, untamed wilderness of the fjords. It is here that the profound connection between the Norwegian people and their formidable landscape is most keenly felt, a relationship of respect, awe, and enduring fascination. In Rogaland's wild heart, ancient stone shapes the land. This is Preikestolen, the pulpit rock carved by glaciers revealed by time. Hikers ascend through shifting forests and open heath, climbing steep stone steps. At the summit, a vast granite plateau overlooks the fjord, a silent, breathtaking testament to nature's power. To stand on Preikestolen's edge is to witness the world fall away. Lysefjord winding far below, sheer granite cliffs and wind swirling around you. The rock tells a story of ancient forces, and the ever-changing light reveals new beauty each moment. Here you feel both the power and fragility of nature. Out of the ashes of catastrophe, Ålesund rose as a city of resilience and beauty. Rebuilt in Art Nouveau style, after the 1904 fire, its pastel facades and ornate details create a living museum. Set on islands stretching into the Atlantic, Ålesund's unique cityscape blends dramatic nature and artistic vision. It stands as a monument to a community spirit, creating lasting beauty for generations. To truly appreciate Ålesund, climb Mount Aksla. 418 steps reveal a breathtaking panorama, colorful Art Nouveau buildings, islands, and the Atlantic beyond. From the summit, city and nature blend in perfect harmony, with the Sunnmøre Alps rising above. This view captures Ålesund's spirit, resilient, beautiful, and ever-changing. At the mouth of the Nidelva lies Trondheim, Norway's first capital and spiritual heart. At its core stands Nidaros Cathedral, a breathtaking Gothic masterpiece built over St. Olav's tomb. Its soaring arches and stained glass inspire awe, a living symbol of Norway's enduring faith and identity. Flowing silently past the great cathedral is the river Nidelva, the lifeblood of Trondheim. Its gentle, curving path through the city has shaped the urban landscape for centuries. Along its banks stand one of Trondheim's most iconic and picturesque features, the old wooden warehouses known as Bryggen. These colorful buildings, perched on sturdy wooden stilts driven deep into the riverbed, were once the heart of the city's commercial life. They were used to store fish, grain, and other goods transported along the river, and from the sea, their doorways opening directly onto the water for easy loading and unloading of boats. Today, these historic warehouses have been given a new lease on life. While their exteriors retain their historic charm, their interiors have been repurposed into a vibrant mix of apartments, boutique shops, and charming restaurants. They form a colorful and lively waterfront, a place where the city's past and present coexist in perfect harmony. A stroll along the riverbanks, especially in the warm light of a summer evening, reveals a scene of idyllic beauty, the reflections of the brightly painted facades shimmering and dancing on the slow-moving surface of the river. It is a testament to the city's ability to adapt and preserve its heritage. Connecting the two sides of the river is another of Trondheim's beloved landmarks, the Gamle Bybro, or Old Town Bridge. First built in 1681, the current structure, with its distinctive red-painted portals, dates from 1861. It is known affectionately as the Portal of Happiness, and from its center it offers the most famous and photographed view of the riverside warehouses and the distant spire of Nidaros Cathedral. To stand on this bridge is to be positioned at a historical crossroads, looking upon a scene that has captured the imagination of artists and visitors for generations, a perfect synthesis of architecture, water, and history. Beyond the bridge lies Backlandet, the city's charming old quarter. This area, once a working-class suburb, has been carefully preserved and is now one of the most desirable parts of the city. Its narrow, cobbled streets are lined with small, colorful wooden houses, independent cafes, and artisan workshops. It is a place that invites slow, unhurried exploration, a peaceful enclave that feels a world away from the bustle of the modern city center. The combination of the sacred grandeur of the cathedral, the commercial history of the river, and the quaint charm of Backlandet gives Trondheim its unique and deeply layered character. Deep in Norway lies Røros, a town shaped by centuries of copper mining. Its dark timbered houses and narrow streets tell the story of miners who braved harsh winters and forged a unique community. Today, Røros stands as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, a living testament to resilience and tradition. Its people remain proud custodians, keeping the spirit of this remarkable place alive. Winter in Røros is not just a season, but a way of life. The cold and snow shape everything, from the clustered wooden houses and steep roofs to the traditions and daily routines. Here, people embrace the winter, finding beauty, warmth, and community in the heart of Norway's frozen north. Hardangerfjord, the Queen of the Fjords, carves deep into western Norway, a monumental sculpture shaped by ancient glaciers. Its sheer cliffs, mirror-like waters, and cascading waterfalls create a world of grandeur and tranquility. Here, nature's power and beauty invite awe and contemplation, reminding us of our place in the wild. Along the Hardangerfjord, Norway's principal fruit region thrives against all odds. The fjord's unique microclimate and fertile glacier-carved soil create perfect conditions for blossoming orchards. Each spring, hillsides erupt in white and pink, drawing visitors from around the world. Here, nature and tradition blend, producing the famed Hardanger apple and a landscape of enduring beauty. Jotunheim, the home of the giants, is Norway's wild heart, where over 250 snow-capped peaks, including Galdhøpiggen and Glittertind, rise above dramatic valleys and turquoise glacial lakes. Here, ancient glaciers carve the land, waterfalls thunder, and nature's power inspires awe. In this sanctuary, you truly feel the grandeur of the giants. Jotunheimen, Norway's Highland realm is a wild sanctuary of peaks, lakes, and ancient trails. Hikers traverse the legendary Bessigen Ridge, where blue and turquoise lakes meet. Alpine flowers bloom, wild reindeer roam, and rustic lodges offer shelter. Here, nature's power and beauty inspire all who journey through this home of the giants. Deep within Norway's western fjords lies the Fjord, a slender, majestic arm carved by glaciers. Here, still waters mirror towering cliffs, and the air carries ancient whispers. The vastness dwarfs all, revealing nature's quiet power. Each visit unveils a new mood, a living landscape shaped by time, weather, and life. Along the fjord's edge, humans have carved out a life for centuries. Tiny farms, vibrant villages, and traditions shaped by the land and water. The fjord is both lifeline and challenge, connecting communities and demanding resilience. Today, as visitors arrive, the balance between sharing its beauty and protecting its fragile ecosystem is more vital than ever. Nestled at the innermost point of the Fjord lies Flom, a little place between steep mountains. This humble village is the gateway to one of the world's most remarkable railway journeys, the Flom Railway. As the train climbs from sea level to the high mountain station of Myrdal, breathtaking landscapes and engineering marvels unfold at every turn. The ascent continues, and with each turn, a new and more breathtaking vista is revealed. The train slows and then halts at a specially constructed viewing platform. Here, passengers are confronted by the awesome power of the Kjosfossen waterfall. The water thunders down from a height of 93 meters, its roar filling the air and its immense energy palpable. During the summer months, a mythical figure from Norse folklore, the Huldra, a beautiful forest spirit, appears amidst the spray to sing and dance, a theatrical touch that connects the modern journey to the ancient legends of this land, blurring the line between reality and myth. Leaving the roar of Kjosfossen behind, the train enters a series of spiraling tunnels that twist and turn inside the mountain itself. This is one of the railway's most remarkable engineering feats, allowing the train to gain height rapidly over a short distance. Emerging from the darkness of one tunnel, passengers are greeted by a fleeting, spectacular view of the valley far below, only to be plunged back into the mountain's core moments later. This sequence creates a sense of disorientation and wonder, a feeling of burrowing through the very bones of the earth, a journey not just upwards but inwards. As the train nears its destination, the landscape undergoes its final dramatic transformation. The lush green valleys give way to a harsher, high-altitude environment. Trees become sparse and stunted, eventually disappearing altogether, replaced by hardy scrub, moss and stone. Patches of snow linger in the shadows, even in the height of summer, a stark reminder of the proximity to the mountain plateau above. The air grows cooler, crisper. This is the realm of the Hardangervidda, Europe's largest mountain plateau, a vast and wild expanse that feels like the top of the world. Finally, the train pulls into the small windswept station of Myrdal. There is no town here, only a handful of buildings and the junction connecting the Flom line to the main Bergen line. The journey is complete. In the space of an hour, one has travelled from the sheltered waters of the fjord to the exposed, rugged beauty of the high mountains. It is a journey through multiple ecosystems, a condensed and unforgettable lesson in the vertical diversity of the Norwegian landscape. The Flom Railway is more than a train ride. It is an expedition through nature's grand and varied theatre. Journeying south, we arrive in Kristiansand, the capital of the south. Known as the Norwegian Riviera, it offers a serene version of Norway's beauty. The coastline is a picturesque archipelago perfect for sailors and sunseekers. The heart of Kristiansand is Posebayen, with its old, white-painted wooden houses. By Stranda Beach, with its fine sand and palm trees, is the social heart of the city. Kristiansand's bustling harbour and vibrant fish market connect the city to the sea. This maritime connection is the lifeblood of Kristiansand. Just beyond the city limits lies the true essence of the southern coast, the archipelago, or Skjærgård. This maze of smooth granite islands, polished by ancient ice sheets, creates a stunningly beautiful and complex coastline. Exploring this area by boat reveals a hidden world of secluded coves, sheltered channels, and tiny red-painted summer cabins perched on rocky outcrops. This is where Norwegians come to escape, to reconnect with a simpler way of life, defined by the rhythm of the tides and the cry of the gulls. It is a landscape that encourages exploration and offers a profound sense of peace and seclusion. One of the most treasured aspects of this region is the right to roam, or allemannsretten, which allows the public to access and enjoy these natural spaces freely. Families will pack a picnic and find their own private island for the day, swimming from the warm, sun-baked rocks and fishing for their dinner. This deep cultural connection to the outdoors, even in this more relaxed, leisurely environment, is a cornerstone of the Norwegian identity. The archipelago is not just scenery, it is a shared national treasure, a place for recreation, reflection, and the creation of lasting summer memories. Further inland, the landscape transitions into lush forests and rolling hills, offering different kinds of natural retreats. The Banahaya Park, a large recreational area directly adjacent to the city, provides a network of walking trails, freshwater lakes for swimming, and tranquil woodlands. This seamless integration of urban life and natural wilderness is a hallmark of Norwegian city planning. It allows residents and visitors to move from the structured environment of the city to the untamed beauty of the forest in a matter of minutes, offering an easy escape and a vital connection to the natural world. The region around Kristiansand is also home to unique wildlife. While it may lack the polar bears of the far north, its forests are home to moose and deer, and its coastal waters support a rich diversity of marine life. The Kristiansand Dyrepark, one of Norway's most popular attractions, is more than just a zoo. It is a large park that combines entertainment with a focus on conservation and the natural habitats of Nordic animals. This reflects a broader Scandinavian appreciation for nature, a desire not just to observe it, but to understand, protect, and live in harmony with it, a philosophy that defines the gentle, sun-kissed world of Norway's southern coast. Deep within the Arctic Circle lies Alta, a land shaped by ice and time. Here, ancient rock carvings, petroglyphs, tell stories of survival, ritual, and reverence for nature. These images, etched into stone, connect us to the first people who braved these wilds, their lives forever recorded on this timeless canvas. As summer fades, Alta enters the polar night. Darkness and snow transform the land into a silent, waiting canvas. Then the aurora borealis appears, emerald and violet curtains unfurling across the sky, a celestial ballet. For centuries, people have watched in awe, weaving myth and science around this cosmic wonder. In Alta, even the darkest winter holds a breathtaking, unforgettable light. Senja, Norway's second-largest island, is a land of dramatic contrasts. On the wild western coast, jagged peaks plunge into the sea, while fishing villages cling to the rugged shore. To the east, gentle hills and pine forests offer tranquility. Here, wild ocean meets quiet forest, an island of breathtaking, surprising beauty. The national scenic route around Senja is more than a road. It's a journey through breathtaking vistas, dramatic coastlines, and timeless fishing villages. At Bergsbot, the platform offers a stunning view of jagged peaks and deep fjords. At Tungeneset, a wooden walkway leads to the iconic Devil's Teeth Mountains. Senja's wild beauty and mythic landscapes leave a lasting impression on all who travel its scenic path. At the edge of Europe lies Nordkapp, the North Cape, a place of stark isolation and wild beauty. Here, the land ends in dramatic cliffs above the Arctic Ocean, and the wind never rests. Standing at the iconic globe monument, you feel the awe of being at the top of the world. The true magic of Nordkapp reveals itself during the summer months from mid-May to the end of July. This is the time of the midnight sun. For weeks on end, the sun never sets. It circles the sky in a slow, lazy arc, dipping towards the horizon in the late evening, its light turning the clouds and sea to shades of gold, orange, and fiery red. But just as it seems it will disappear, it begins to climb again, casting its ethereal, low-angled light across the landscape throughout the night. It is a surreal and disorienting phenomenon, a suspension of the normal rhythm of day and night. To stand on the cliff at midnight and watch the sun hover above the northern horizon is an unforgettable spectacle. The light is not the harsh, direct light of midday, but a soft, warm, and almost magical glow that illuminates the vast seascape. Seabirds, like kittiwakes and puffins that nest on the cliff face, remain active, their calls carrying on the wind. It creates a sense of perpetual daytime, a world without shadows, where time itself seems to slow down. This celestial event has a profound effect on the psyche, a feeling of endless possibility under a sun that refuses to sleep. This constant daylight is the engine that drives the brief but explosive Arctic summer. The sparse vegetation of the tundra bursts into life, with tiny, resilient wildflowers carpeting the ground in a surprising display of color. It is a race against time to grow, flower, and set seed before the darkness returns. For the vast herds of reindeer that are brought to the island by their Sami herders to graze on this summer bounty, it is a time of feasting and renewal. The midnight sun is not just a beautiful spectacle, it is the very source of life in this extreme environment. As the sun begins its slow ascent after its midnight dip, a sense of hope and renewal permeates the air. Watching this timeless cycle from the edge of the world is a profound experience. It connects you to the grand astronomical clockwork of our solar system. For centuries, people have gathered here to witness this moment, sharing a sense of wonder that transcends language and culture. It is a powerful reminder of our planet's journey through space and of the incredible, enduring beauty to be found at its most remote and dramatic edges. In the heart of Rogaland, Kjerag rises 1,000 meters above Lissefjord, a titan shaped by ancient forces. Its sheer cliffs and wild beauty demand respect, a challenge for those who seek its summit. Here life clings to rock, and the wind whispers of eternity, reminding us of nature's enduring power and resilience. And then one beholds it. Tucked away in a mountain crevice, Kjeragbolten is a massive boulder, perfectly wedged between two rock faces, suspended nearly 1,000 meters above the abyss. Dropped by a glacier 10,000 years ago, it's a marvel of nature and balance. For the brave, stepping onto the stone is a dance with the void, suspended between heaven and earth. Below, the fjord glimmers, and for a moment, you become part of this breathtaking landscape. Descending from Kjerag, We enter Fjord, the Fjord of Light, named for its pale granite cliffs. Carved by glaciers, its towering walls rise dramatically from deep mirrored waters. Waterfalls and hanging gardens cling to the rock, while shifting sunlight transforms the landscape, creating a living masterpiece that captivates all who witness its majesty. Fjords, dramatic cliffs and wild beauty have shaped life here for centuries. Isolated farms cling to rocky ledges, while seals bask on granite shores and eagles soar above. From the iconic Precipice to tiny wildflowers in stone, this is a living museum where nature's power and human resilience meet on the edge. Deep within the dramatic landscapes of the Hardangervidda Plateau, nature unleashes one of its most spectacular displays of raw power, Vøringsfossen. This is not merely a waterfall, it is a thundering spectacle, a colossal curtain of water that plummets into the deep wild canyon of Myrdal. For centuries its roar has echoed through these valleys, a constant primal sound that speaks of the untamable energy of water. The river Bjoreo, having meandered peacefully across the vast mountain plateau, gathers its strength before making this dramatic vertical descent of 182 meters, with a main, uninterrupted drop of 145 meters. The sheer volume of water is staggering. In the peak of the summer melt, countless tons of water crash into the gorge every second, sending up a perpetual cloud of mist and spray that drenches the surrounding cliffs. This mist creates its own microclimate, sustaining a lush carpet of vibrant green mosses and ferns that cling to the canyon walls, thriving in the constant humidity. The air is thick with the smell of wet earth and stone, and the ground itself seems to tremble with the force of the impact. To stand near Vøringsfossen is to feel the immense kinetic energy of the natural world in its most elemental form. The waterfall has been a source of awe and inspiration for generations. In the 19th century, it became a symbol of the Norwegian Romantic nationalist movement, a powerful representation of the country's wild, untamed soul. Artists and poets made the arduous journey to witness its power, seeking to capture its sublime beauty on canvas and in verse. Early viewing platforms were simple, often perilous ledges, where visitors could peer into the abyss at their own risk. Today, modern engineering has created safe and spectacular viewpoints, allowing everyone to experience the waterfall's grandeur without compromising its wild character. The name Vøringsfossen itself is thought to derive from the Old Norse word vjerding, meaning esteem or reverence, and foss, the Norwegian word for waterfall. It is, quite literally, the waterfall worthy of reverence. And as one stands before it, watching the endless cascade and listening to its deafening roar, that reverence comes naturally. It is a humbling experience, a reminder of the relentless forces that have shaped this landscape. Vøringsfossen is more than just moving water. It is a living monument to the power of gravity and time, a dramatic and unforgettable performance by nature. The canyon into which Vøringsfossen plunges, Myrdal, is as dramatic as the waterfall itself. It is a deep, narrow gorge carved by the river over thousands of years, its steep, dark walls creating a stark and imposing atmosphere. The river continues its journey through the base of the canyon, a churning whitewater torrent that has spent millennia cutting deeper into the ancient bedrock. This relentless erosion has created a landscape of raw, jagged beauty, a testament to the patient yet unstoppable power of water. The canyon is a geological wound in the earth, revealing layers of rock that tell a story millions of years old. In recent years, a remarkable feat of architecture has been added to this natural wonder, a step bridge that spans the gorge directly above the waterfall. This innovative structure, opened in 2020, allows visitors to walk out over the very heart of the canyon, providing a completely new and heart-pounding perspective. With the thundering water directly below and the vast expanse of the canyon opening up on all sides, it is an experience of total immersion. The bridge itself is a marvel of design, its elegant form complementing rather than competing with the raw power of the landscape, allowing for a more intimate connection with the waterfall's might. From the bridge and the surrounding viewpoints, one can often witness a magical phenomenon. When the sun shines at just the right angle through the dense mist rising from the falls, vibrant rainbows arc across the canyon. These fleeting, ethereal bridges of light add another layer of beauty to the scene, a gentle and colorful counterpoint to the raw power of the water. They are a gift of physics, a perfect alignment of water, light, and perspective that transforms the scene into something truly otherworldly, a moment of pure, unexpected magic in the heart of the Norwegian wilderness. Vøringsfossen is a destination for all seasons. In winter, the spectacle transforms entirely. The thundering roar subsides as the water freezes, creating magnificent, intricate sculptures of ice. The waterfall becomes a silent, frozen giant, its form captured in surreal curtains and columns of blue and white ice that cling to the cliff face. It is a quieter, but no less powerful display. This seasonal transformation highlights the dynamic nature of this landscape, a place of constant change, from the raging torrent of summer to the silent, frozen majesty of winter, forever a captivating and essential part of Norway's natural heritage. In central Norway lies Rondane National Park, the country's first national park, a realm of ancient stone, rolling mountains, and enduring wilderness. Its gentle, weathered peaks, called Rond, rise above valleys and lakes, shrouded in mist and time. Here, life endures, lichens, moss, and alpine flowers, forming a resilient ecosystem, protected as Norway's first sanctuary for the wild. Rondane is, above all, the ancestral home of the wild reindeer. This is actually one of the last remaining habitats in Europe for these magnificent animals whose herds have roamed these plateaus since the last ice age receded. They are, the true spirit of this wilderness. Their movements dictated by the seasons and the availability of food. In the harsh winters, they seek shelter in the lower, more protected valleys, digging through deep snow with their powerful hooves to find the precious lichen that sustains them. Their survival here is a masterclass in adaptation, a continuous dance with the elements that has been perfected over, countless generations. Observing the reindeer migration is a truly humbling experience. As spring awakens the Highlands, vast herds begin their ascent, moving with an innate ancient wisdom towards the high plateaus where fresh growth provides vital nourishment. The sight of thousands of these creatures moving as one across the stark, open landscape is a powerful reminder of the untamed forces that still shape our planet. They are not merely inhabitants of this park, they are its lifeblood, their grazing patterns shaping the vegetation and their presence defining the very character of this wild and windswept land. It is, honestly, a privilege to witness such a primal spectacle. The relationship between humans and reindeer in this region is ancient. For thousands of years, hunters followed these herds, their lives intricately linked to the animals' seasonal journeys. Today, that relationship has changed, shifting from subsistence to conservation. The establishment of the park was a crucial step in protecting these herds from the increasing pressures of human development, ensuring that their ancient migratory routes remain intact. Managing this delicate balance, allowing for human recreation while safeguarding the reindeer's sanctuary, is the park's ongoing and most vital challenge, a responsibility to preserve this living heritage for the future. Beyond the reindeer, Rondane supports a diverse community of wildlife. The elusive wolverine, a powerful and solitary predator, prowls the high country, while Arctic foxes, with their pristine white winter coats, hunt for lemmings and ptarmigan among the rocks. In the skies above, golden eagles soar on thermal updrafts, their keen eyes scanning the terrain below for any sign of movement. Each creature, from the smallest rodent to the largest herbivore, plays a role in this intricate ecosystem, a complex web of life that underscores the profound importance of preserving these last great wilderness areas in their entirety. Along Norway's wild coast lies the Atlantic Road, a marvel of human ambition and engineering. This ribbon of asphalt leaps from islet to islet, curving above the sea in a breathtaking dance with the waves. Its most iconic bridge, Storsøysundet, appears to launch cars into the sky. Here, the journey itself becomes the adventure, where land, sea, and sky collide. To travel the Atlantic Road is to witness a different spectacle with every season, each offering its own unique and dramatic character. In the calm, long days of summer, the sea can be a tranquil expanse of sapphire blue, the sun glinting off its surface. The drive is serene, almost placid, offering panoramic views of the distant mountains and the countless islets that dot the horizon. It is a time for leisurely stops, for watching seals bask on the rocks, and for simply absorbing the immense peace and scale of the coastal landscape under the gentle glow of the midnight sun. In stark contrast, an autumn or winter storm transforms the road into a theatre of raw, natural power. This is when the Atlantic Ocean shows its true might. Colossal waves, driven by gale-force winds, explode against the shore and the bridge pillars, sending plumes of white spray high into the air, sometimes washing completely over the road itself. It is a visceral, humbling display of nature's force, a moment when the drive becomes a thrilling, adrenaline-fueled battle against the elements. It is in these moments that one truly appreciates the engineering that keeps this improbable road anchored to the earth. The route is also a gateway to a rich marine ecosystem. The waters that swirl and churn around the bridges are nutrient-rich, supporting a vibrant array of life. It is not uncommon to spot whales, such as minke or even orcas, passing through the deeper channels on their migratory paths. The abundance of fish also attracts a huge variety of seabirds. Gannets, cormorants, and puffins can be seen diving for their meals, their aerial acrobatics adding another layer of life and movement to the already dynamic scene. The road provides a unique front-row seat to this thriving underwater world. The Atlantic Road is more than an engineering feat. It has become a cultural icon, voted Norway's engineering feat of the century, and celebrated as one of the world's most beautiful drives. It represents a harmonious, albeit dramatic, relationship between human creation and the natural world. It does not seek to dominate the landscape, but to weave through it, to complement its wildness with a stroke of human artistry. It is a journey that connects people not only to places, but to the very essence of the Norwegian coast, in all its serene beauty and ferocious power. From the vibrant modern pulse of Oslo to the silent ancient stones of Reindeer, from the dizzying heights of Preikestolen to the dramatic curves of the Atlantic Road, we have journeyed through a land of breathtaking contrasts. Norway is a country sculpted by ice, defined by water, and inhabited by a spirit of resilience and profound connection to the natural world. Its landscapes are not merely beautiful, they are alive, telling stories of geological deep time, of Viking sagas, of human endurance, and of the enduring power of the wild. It is a testament to what our planet can create. Each fjord, a deep scar of glacial memory, holds its own unique character. Each mountain peak, whether sharp and jagged or ancient and rounded, stands as a monument to the forces that have shaped this corner of the earth. The delicate dance of the northern lights in the Arctic sky and the unyielding presence of polar bears in the frozen north remind us of the magic and fragility of our world's most extreme environments. To explore Norway is to embark on a pilgrimage through some of the most spectacular and moving scenery our planet has to offer. The 25 places we have visited are but an introduction, a glimpse into the immense tapestry of experiences that await in this remarkable country. Every village, every valley, and every island holds its own secrets, its own beauty, and its own invitation to explore further. The true essence of Norway is found not just in the destinations, but in the journeys between them, on the winding coastal roads, the scenic railways, and the silent fjord cruises that allow for quiet contemplation and a deep sense of wonder at the world around us. This journey through Norway is an invitation to witness the grand theatre of nature. It challenges us, inspires us, and ultimately connects us to something larger than ourselves. It is a reminder of the importance of preserving these wild places for generations to come, so that they too may stand in awe of a glacier, sail through a fjord, or feel the spray of the Atlantic on their face. The story of Norway is still being written in its shifting ice, its growing forests, and in the memories of those who are fortunate enough to experience its wonder. Which of these places is your favorite? Let us know in the comments. Please like and subscribe for more travel guides and hit the bell.